Some players see the game before anyone else does. They are geniuses, artists, legends, and yet, when they become managers, they often fail. Not because they lack football knowledge, but because genius is not the same as leadership. Why is it that the greatest players in history sometimes struggle on the touchline, while others who were never superstars become tactical architects and shape football forever? This is the managerial paradox, and it reveals something deeper about the mind of the game. A great player plays by instinct. They don't always think, they feel, they react, they solve problems in a moment that others cannot even see. But coaching is different. Coaching is not doing, it is translating. It is turning intuition into instruction, and that is far harder than scoring goals. For a genius, football is natural, simple, almost obvious, but for most players, football is struggle. It must be taught step by step. And this is where great players often fail, because they cannot explain what they never had to learn. Their gift becomes their blind spot. Diego Maradona was a god on the pitch, but as he could, his teams lacked structure. Thierry Henry, one of the smartest forwards ever, could not build a lasting system. Frank Lampard, a legend of Chelsea, struggled under the weight of expectation. Greatness as a player does not guarantee clarity as a manager, because management is not performance. It is architecture. Now look at the opposite. Jose Mourinho was never a football star. Arrigo Sacchi never played professionally. Jurgen Klopp was a decent player, but not a legend. Yet they became giants because they studied football like scientists. They built systems. They mastered communication. They understood that coaching is not about talent. It is about transmission. The greatest managers are not always the greatest footballers. They are teachers, psychologists, strategists. They know how to lead minds, not just bodies. Because in the dressing room, you don't need magic. You need belief. You need clarity. You need control. Of course, some legends to succeed. Zidane, Guardiola, Ancelotti. But notice why. They were not only gifted, they were thinkers. They understood systems as much as moments. They evolved from instinct into structure. Football teaches us something strange. The ability to do something is not the same as the ability to guide others, because the greatest coaches are not always the ones who shine. They are the ones who build light for everyone else. This is Beyond the Scoreline, where football is more than highlights. It is understanding. Subscribe for Football Beyond the Noise, because the truth of the game lives beneath the scoreline.